झालं.
हो गया
ओबीएस स्ट्रीम की कॉपी किया ना सर और इधर डाला.
ठीक है.
और पीपीटी दिखाना है.
200 रुपये हो गए. हाँ क्या हो गया मैम?
नहीं मेरे को मैं तो अच्छा ठीक है सच में दो.
नहीं हो.
नहीं.
लिंक तेच आहे ना तुला.
झालं. ठीक आहे. आपला
OBS ची stream
कॅमेरा
की copy पण YouTube ला
कॅमेरा सर ऑडियो भी जाता होगा ना.
ठीक आहे.
बैठ उठूँ मैं अब बैठ जाइए. हो गया अभी स्ट्रीम हो
नहीं
जाएगी.
नहीं ऐसे कैसे मुझे देखना. मेरे पास क्या था भाई एक था. डाउनलोड तो कर दिया था.
ठीक है. वाईटी वीटी वीटी सेशन.
वाईटी मतलब यूट्यूब के लिए जो बनाया था सब.
ठीक है. अभी हो जाएगा आपका.
हाँ थैंक यू सो मच. ये आधी तू चेक करें झालं का.
हाँ खाली देते ना. थैंक यू सो मच.
ओके.
सब आ रहे हो.
है ना आता हूँ.
अरे वो चैट कर लोगे. चैट
ॲप मेनू.
अवेलेबल होगी ना चैट तो वो तो आपके यूट्यूब सेटिंग से होती है.
काय तर बंद आहे.
हे भगवान. ठीक है. चैट व्यूज फॉर
ते बटन कोणतं यूज करते ते बघा. दे ही इज एक्सपर्ट. तो परत मिळणार नाही आपल्याला. आणि आपण क्लिक केलं त्याच्यावर आपले बघ काहीतरी लागलं.
बट अभी पब्लिक आई है क्या?
हां
एक मेसेज करून बघायचं का मग.
आहे मला.
ठीक है. ओके मैम आया ना इधर. समथिंग इंटरनेट क्लास गोइंग ऑन रिक्वेस्टिंग टू प्लीज वेट.
अच्छा अच्छा ठीक आहे चालू
आहे.
आहे.
समवन प्लीज रिप्लाई है.
मोबाईल का तुम्ही रिप्लाई द्या. आ गया
हाँ
आ
ना,
गया.
ठीक.
यस.
मी हाय केलं बरोबर.
मुलं पण बिचारे वाट बघते ना.
ये आज लेक्चर किती लेक्चर आहे. स्वाती मॅम सोबत डिव्हिजन आहे ना माझे.
हा आहे का.
हां.
माझं ते कुठं आहे. स्वाती मॅडमच्या
हो.
खाली आहे की
हां. नाही इकडे
मॅम
साईड.
आहे क्या?
हां आले वाले ना दोघे.
हो मॅडम आले का?
नाही आलं.
अच्छा
ते आता तुमचंच रेकॉर्डिंग चालू आहे.
सर बघा ना मला दिसतंय का?
आवाज तुमचाच येतोय.
नाही नाही सर. please reply. Please, any one of you reply. It is audible. Is okay to all of you? आता कॉल आतमध्ये नको पाठवशील. आणि एक पंखा बंद करतो. पंख्याची बटनच बंद करा. हां हां बरोबर. नाही नाही सेकंड थर्ड. Okay, so sorry for some internet glitches, and do you hear me properly? I think it's audible. So first of all, sorry to all of you because some internet glitches has going on, and it was little difficult to sort out very within span of time. So nowadays I got so many queries regarding how to write a synopsis. So first of course, all of you have selected your topic about how to write your synopsis. So we can directly jump our topic instead of wasting our time. And first of all, I am so sorry for that because I couldn't maintain that 2:30 the timing which is for the schedule, today's schedule. And Swati madam is also, she's coming late, so she won't be able to join this session. Otherwise, she is the beginning, our head of the department, and she must be joined for the beginning, and then I will. But she is stuck in Kalina campus, so I am taking this charge. So let's start our topic of how to write synopsis. So basically, the number one, that is our chapter. The beginning is the one chapter. So the question like, how many of you want to include in this introduction of chapter, first chapter? Because first chapter is the entire dissertation, the everything whatever you are going to prepare or whatever you are going to study, that will include in this chapter, number one. And you know, chapter 1 is play a very important role regarding dissertation as well as any type of research study. So here the concept, chapter 1, which concept you want to include here, that depend upon your topic wise. You know, like if there is a topic of right to equality, so you should be add here for the concept regarding for your topic equality. Like article 21 is there, you have to add according to that point concept. So it is not like all concepts are equal. There are different topics, so obviously there are different concepts. That will depend upon your topic, how you choose and how you are going to choose. Almost maximum people are already approved topic, and rest of course not. And the synopsis is not like a dissertation. It's just for the beginning, because when you are going to choose any of the topics, something in your mind, you know, like something in your the illusion, something you have to be the introduction in your before your imagination or something like that, that you only add with the help of book, with the help of fact and the material which is available in the library or the internet or somewhere, it's for the journal, everywhere. So the concept is depend upon your topic. History is also the same, but in this history you have to be at Asian, medieval and the present scenario, because somewhere history is like only it's came from us from the middle one, and that period you cannot say like this is, there is no Asian history. But when you go on deep study, you will came to know every topic has their history. So you have to be at this history. Maybe somewhere it is a very small, maybe somewhere it is a very, like very lengthy, but you should be try to cover, at least you should mention some points regarding this, the topic of history. Meaning, see, as a law point of view, there are we have a number of laws, act, everything, and we have, of course, for the define a particular definition, we get it that, and somewhere it's not. But the dictionary also say, Oxford dictionary say, somewhere the other dictionary said, somewhere the other professor, philosophers say, whatever they said, that you can mention in the heading of meaning. But there is not required to mention so many meanings, like 20 meanings, 30 meanings, not like that. Just mention the 2 or 3 popular meaning, or we can say the general meaning that every day we are using here under the definition of meaning. So the meaning is only the one which immediately as the first prima facie everyone know, yeah, meaning, that is the meaning of this particular topic. Then important element. This all 1.1 I mentioned, 1.2 I mentioned, concept, history. That is everything regarding your topic include in chapter 1. That is the reason I mentioned here only chapter 1 introduction. We are not touch anything as of now chapter 2. This is only chapter 1. So the concept, history, meaning, important element. What are the important elements regarding your topic? Because every time you have to be focused your topic, what your topic say, because somewhere which I came to know that your topic is different, you have written something in different, this is not the way of your dissertation, isn't it? So what are the main elements and what are main element, this is going to be an entire the complete of your dissertation. This is the main thing you have to be include under chapter 1 under the heading of important element. Now scope of study, significance of study, aim and objective, statement of problem. Scope means at which level this study will go. Because for example, if I 2 to 3 months time, and this time it's not possible to directly go for that level which require, to be very frankly. So what you will do, you can choose the basic thing as per your topic is concerned. Like this is the main scope of study, because as a law we have so many history, and if you go in very deep and deep, then we came to know, no, this is so many things that we are never study. And as this chapter 1 is only the gist of your study, and because of that there is not required to write each and everything. 2 or 3 points is required, but somewhere like important element you can put it here like A, B, C, small a, B, C, Roman number or something like that. You cannot make a big paragraph. so that everyone, whenever the professors will check your synopsis, it will immediately came to know, yeah, these are the main points. Okay. So the scope of study, significance of this study, what are the aims and objective of this study? Aims and objective means if you are going to choose any of the topic, something in your mind, some aims are there, some objectives are there. Main objective, overall what do you think for that in your study? And this aims and objective, at least you should be at 5 to 7 points, which is very important. For example, in this aims and objective, there are 20 to 25 objectives. It's not required to each and everything in your synopsis. Whatever the main 4 or 5, it is okay. And the remaining one, you please add in your dissertation. Because dissertation is the one book or one research that your research is over. And whenever we check dissertation, it will came to know that yes, you are studying very deep, you get to know everything about your topic. So that is why dissertations want detailed study, and this is the basic thing that you have to submit. Synopsis, statement of problem. Like one of the student wanted to submit dissertation regarding the COVID-19 recently, like pandemic the period, and of course there are so many problems for the human perspective, for the individual perspective, for the doctor, and for the so many things are there. But you don't want to write each and everything in the heading of statement of problems. You should be focused 2 to 3 points, and then only you can add, because the thing is like नाही का तुम्हाला फोन नाही केला का कोणी? अरे देवा, मी मीटिंग मध्ये होती म्हणून आता उठली, नाही पाठवलं का? मी तुम्हाला नंतर फोन करते 5 वाजता. So the statement of problem. It may happen sometimes you have only one problem in your entire dissertation, and sometimes it may be so many problems, but the main focus, whatever you have to solve this problem as a part of your dissertation, you can add here. Problem is not required as a point wise, you can make it the paragraph. Then the hypothesis. First of all, you should be know the meaning of hypothesis, because here so many people, so many students are very confused. What is the meaning of hypothesis? You don't know. A very simple WH question. Why it is happen? What it is happen? Whom it is required? Presumption, assumption. That is hypothesis. Why you are going to choose this topic? What are the reason behind? Something in your mind, then only you are going to choose this topic, right? So hypothesis must be very clear and very specific, because the students are so many confusion regarding aims and objective, problems and the hypothesis. Problem is a different thing, because after completion of your dissertation, you will see that yes, this is a solution. These are the solutions, and that you will mention in the chapter of 5, that is conclusion and suggestion. Somewhere you don't have the problem and solution, you just want to analytical study, you just want to comparative study, then there is nothing like a statement or problem you have to mention. You can mention some paragraph in the chapter of 5, that is for the suggestion. These are the suggestions. Then we compared two studies, we compared two constitution, we compared two article, and then we came to know these are some of the suggestion. It's required. So statement or problem is something is different, then you will get something in accurate form. Hypothesis, as you know, it is like a presumption. Again, hypothesis not create, because recently when I check, we got I think 3 to 4 paragraph, a big paragraph regarding the hypothesis. Do not make this type of hypothesis. Do not create this type of hypothesis. Hypothesis is a presumption. Why it will be happen, or why it is going to happen, or already why it happened. Behind the reason, somewhere you are going to check. So the hypothesis is also important. Now research question. Research question means already any of the topic has completed, any of the topic, and you are going to research, because the word is also used, research. Already search is there. You are going to research whatever has prepared by somebody else. Like you can go in the Google also, you will get it to know there are so many topics which already you easily you will get, like in Shodh Ganga, articles, newspaper, and on the basis of that, if you create something in your dissertation, that means you are doing something on that particular search. That is why it's called research. Research, again you are going to search, and after your research you came to know there are some important questions which were not included in that particular research, that particular search. So, and only those questions, or only whatever one or two questions you are to focus for your dissertation, because somewhere it may happen one single topic and one single question prepare a huge number of research, or huge number of, it's like somewhere wide topic, wider one. So the question why it is happen in so and so year, why it is happen in so and so assembly, this may be your research question. So the research question hardly 3 and 4, it is okay, it's the standard form. I am telling you everything for the standard form, but again it depend upon your topic, because if you choose a very wider topic, then of course it's require a wider one. But as for dissertation point of view, I am requesting to all of the students, do not go for that wider one. Go for your PhD, because hardly you will get the 3 to 4 months, and in this 4 months you have to focus for the whatever you will get and set properly for the dissertation point of view. Otherwise this is the law, like if you are going to choose any of the wider one, it will become a complicated, and you will not get the accurate the thing whatever you want to include in your dissertation. The point will be the different, and you are going to different track. Do not go for that. So the research question is also one of the thing which you can add in chapter 1. Then research methodology. Deepika, you have one question that I want to submit my topic. Is it possible for today? What's the wrong with you, Mr. Deepa Tiwari? So the research methodology. The research methodology is the one where you should be know which method you are going to use. Now again, if you will study very well in semester 2, that legal education and research methodology, you will easily came to know what is the meaning of research methodology. Which method you are going to apply in your dissertation. Which method? So which method you are going to apply? One is, there may be doctrinal and it may be a non-doctrinal. So what is the meaning of doctrinal? That you will get the material from internet, from library, from book, from these and that, which is easily available. We can say it's a simple way, it's easily available. It's a doctrinal. But then what is non-doctrinal? Non-doctrinal is a simple thing that you have to visit any of the field work, any of the the place, any of the hospitals, any of the municipality, anything, somewhere a specific place, you have to be visit there. That is for the non-doctrinal. But I am requesting the student of semester 4, do not go for non-doctrinal, because if you want to go non-doctrinal, it's required at least 9 to 10 months to collect data from non-doctrinal research. If the doctrinal only, it's easy, and of course for this the semester period, somewhere you have 3 to 4 months. So in this 4 months, if you have time, of course you can go non-doctrinal, no doubt, but you have to focus for that only, because non-doctrinal is the one you cannot go and easily submit a questionnaire and submitted the same copy paste in your dissertation. Once you collected the 100 questionnaire from the different respondent, not the one. Like if I choose any hospital, the hospitals means doctors, then nurses, then doctor, nurses, then the peon, then the staff, then the administrative, whatever is there. So you can create the different thing, and thus you can compare to the individual who are playing the society. They are not doctors. The medical, they completely, one is the medical, one is the non-medical. And after collection from their material, the data which you provided as a question and form, you can be calculated as a percentage wise. So it will take 1 month to create a percentage wise. How can it create? Because two things, one is for the whole doctors, the whole the hospitals peoples are there, and one is the general people. Like I am the general, because I am not belongs to doctor field. So this is a two respondent. One is that, and second is me. Third was maybe somewhere maybe some police officer. Okay. Somewhere maybe the cybercrime people. So there is a 4 respondent. In this 4 respondent, we have to collect data. And after collection of data, you should be again create your own data on the basis of these, so that you will get the accurate percentage on it. So the non-doctrinal point of view, it's so deep study as well, it's very good, but it requires a lot of time. So if you have, definitely you can prefer non-doctrinal method, otherwise doctrinal method is the best one. Now the area of survey. Area of survey is very easy, because if I want to do any of the topic like Supreme Court of India, only that particular Delhi area. So Delhi is my area of survey. Like this is the Fort campus. So I say this is the Fort area of survey is quite be 2, sometimes it's quite it's maybe 3 area, like Fort, then what we can say, like Fort High, the Mumbai High Court, then Delhi High Court, then Bangalore High Court. So maybe your area of survey is a 3 High Court, and you have to collect data from these 3 High Court. So your area is a 3, Delhi, Mumbai and the Bangalore one. Whatever they are getting information, somewhere it's required to take an interview, and it is a survey. It is not like you will get the material easily from the internet. It's a survey. Then you have to visit there, Delhi and the Bangalore as well as Mumbai also. Like a simple example of field visit. You have to visit there. What is there the sea, like what is there the land, what is there the issues, what is there the problems, and so many things are there. Why you are going to choose this area of survey? Because your topic has say that you have to visit that particular area. So again depend upon your topic, that your topic is regarding comparative village property regarding Mumbai and Navi Mumbai. So this is your area of survey. Somewhere there is not required to visit, But when is the survey, you need a visit so that you will get the accurate data and accurate material regarding your field, regarding your visit, regarding your material or something like that. You will get according to that. Every topic has not require any type of this type of survey. That is, if I choose only plain doctrinal method, I don't want to go any of the area of survey, so there is not required. It's a simple topic. If I say comparative study, um, federalism colon comparative study in India and USA, I don't want to go USA, isn't it? So if my topic says like that, I don't move 1.12 area of survey. Okay, in my dissertation this 1.12 is skipped because it's not required. And if only want to say like, yes, something if you want to add only, somewhere the students are so eagerly wanted to add this and that stuff, so just you can say it comparative instead of survey. It is not survey, you are never ever visit that particular place, so just you can say analytical study or something in comparative to constitution, isn't it? Then USA and the India. Then review of literature. So the review of literature says which book you are going to refer, which important thing you are going to refer. Somewhere maybe book, somewhere maybe article, somewhere maybe journal, somewhere maybe all India report or something like that. But now you said, madam, we have referred so many books and so many articles and so many things. So in this slot at the time of Viva, your external or of course the internal, they never want so many things, isn't it? They want only the specific thing. For example, I mentioned that my topic is comparative study. So what is my review of literature? My review of literature is MP Jain book, because I am referring that book, and somewhere DK Basu, or something like journal. So my focus in 3. Of course, I refer 9 to 10 books, but in this synopsis, at least you mention 3 to 4 your review of literature. Which books you are referring more, isn't it? Maximum. That is your review of literature. What here say review of literature meaning is, it is already in book. You are going to check whether your matter, whether your topic is connected to that literature or not. Literature here is only your topic. Whatever you are chosen already, like for the trademark, for the copyright, if you are going to choose this topic, but you cannot trademark, you have to choose any of this specific for your dissertation, and this specific you have to study in that specific level, the particular thing, and because of that particular thing you have to go through for any of the book we say it is a particular matter regarding your topic, and that is for review of literature. Somewhere you came to know that the articles and like the journals is very important, because the journals is a completely after getting whole research, and they will publish their paper in the journal. The authors publish paper in the journal. So in that you have to explain in this review of literature that we referred this thing, this article specific, because whatever you are going to submit in synopsis as well as your dissertation, the same will ask question in your Viva. But again the thing, it's not required each and everything you should be write the heading of review of literature. Just focus 2 to 3 topics. Thus I mentioned MP Jain, maybe somewhere DD Basu, and somewhere VRC book, because it is a world constitution book. So of course I refer these 3. These are the main 3. My book, my topic, as per my topics which I am going to choose, like comparative constitution or something, compare article 14 comparative US and the India one. Okay, so what I did, I mentioned only three books name, or else two book, one article. You can vice versa, you can add over here like one article, one journal, but you cannot add one article, one journal, one newspaper, one books and these and that. No, no, no. Do not add anything in this heading, any of the website, please. Because somewhere the student also said that the website is a review of literature. Website is not review of literature. Internet material, it will become a review of literature, but all internet material, it will not become a review of literature. Only specific thing that directly focus on your topic, it will become. Every dissertation, it's required to mention review of literature. Because area of survey, somewhere you can skip as per your topic, but review of literature won't be. You will lose your mark if you won't be at this point here. Then finding based on your research. See, again this point you maybe skip somewhere, because the finding means you compare the data. On the basis of data, you have to be going to complete your research. So point number 14 and expected contribution, this will be quite similarity, but finding based on your research means whatever in your last chapter you will definitely add conclusion and suggestion, but this is not the suggestion. Finding means what exactly, like 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. The 4 is your finding. Clear? Like 2 paragraph you are going to compare and then you make it your own paragraph, one that is for your finding. But the 2 paragraph, it's not required 2 paragraphs, it's required somewhere in the data form. Then reservation policy last 5 year and for last 2010 to 12 and then the 13 to 14, 2 data we get in the 2 year. This is the finding, and after comparing this to the year, the different, and then you can make your own paragraph on the basis of this. This is the whatever you are going to create, that will become a finding. Further study, somewhere it is a require, somewhere not, because your research is, if you satisfy it is complete, then there is not required to add in further study. Because if you say ki this study is incomplete, whatever you are doing in research, this study is incomplete, we need to study in further, so that it is only important further study, otherwise you can skip this point also. Limitation of the study is also important, because in every law we have some limitation. Get it? Like if anyone is going to choose article 19(1) freedom of speech and expression, so if article 19 freedom of speech and expression is your topic, but then limitation again we have article 19(2), so that is limitation. So this type of limitation you cannot say. You cannot say like this is my presumption and this may be my limitation is my again presumption. Assumption, it's not applicable in the law field. In the law we need some accurate fact and the data, accurate material in a written form, in a codified form. So the limitation of the study means, if there is a, even though we have so many rights, but of course we have to follow our duty. So duty will be definitely our limitation. So these type of limitation will came to know after in your topic, because different topic has different limitation. So every time, again the thing is, I am telling you again and again in this the lecture, that please do not add so many limitation. Like for example, in my topic, I have 20 limitation. Please do not write each and everything in this synopsis. Hardly 5 to 10 it's okay, because you have to add everything in your dissertation in detail one. Then expected contribution. This is expected means like if you think something, like for example, um, Transfer of Property Act, it's very old year, 1872. So if suppose that year, and today is the 21st century, we are all, and if you think that after completion of research, and suppose this is your one of the dissertation topic, and if you want to, you complete your dissertation, so what will be your expected contribution? That we think, not we and I never use here in this synopsis. After completion of your dissertation, that in future it may be changed as a part of amendment, because it's needed, because in 1872 to today 2022, somewhere so many things are changed. So after completion of that, it's required to expected contribution. So my contribution is to change in future, so that we will get a good act, we will get a good law towards the society. So that will be our expected, we expect this thing may be happen. And contribution means you say something about the fact that it is really really important to need it to change this thing. Research design. Which type of design you want to go to choose? Like simply somewhere you are going to only refer that like two paragraph, two two tables. But again research says that whether it is something in a qualitative, in a quantitative manner, because in design there are so many designs which can you frame in your research. So again this research design, it's depend upon your topic, because if your topic is you want to write so many detailed study, so you please add all this point. Otherwise you can maybe skip like area of survey, finding based on your research, then expected contribution. If it is required then it add, otherwise the suggestions you have in last chapter. Research design is also not so much in that focus, because if the dissertation point of view important, like for the review of literature, hypothesis, research methodology, limitation of the study, scope, significance, these are the points are 1 to 10, the earlier slide, the all points are there. Please try to add without fail. Please, my request to all of you. In this slide, you can skip some of the 3 to 4 points. And then last is chapter scheme of the study. Now in this chapter, see, this is your first chapter. In this chapter, you just explain what your chapter says. So the chapter scheme of the study, this is your main heading, and the subheading is chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4 and chapter 5. Now how can you include chapter 2, 3, 4, 5? You please never ever include 3 to 9 and 10 and 15 to 17 pages in one chapter. Just copy paste from the internet. This is your synopsis. So what you can do, just mention here for the gist of your chapter. For example, I am studying 2, something is a comparative. So what I will try, I will add in my chapter 2 that I am going to compare this 2 topic with the start of origin, medieval and history, with the case law of this, because it is a landmark. That's it. My chapter is over. For example, I here mentioned that it's come from origin. Then if you are going to somewhere in deep study, like the ancient period, 16 or 17 era. So what you will do, you can say this in this chapter 2, It's include origin, the medieval period, somewhere the British government, somewhere the law commission which is set up by British government. That's it. It's okay. There is not required to write down everything in chapter 2, 3, 4. Why? Because this is your beginning, this is the gist. You were just started your study, you are going to just beginning your study. So 2, 3 and 4, I mention only 5 because as the standard you please go for only 5 chapter. I will never ever say to any of the student to make it 6, 7 and 8. No, do not try to impress me. You will lose your mark. So, but the important thing in this synopsis, I say so and so, we say so and so. I and we, you never ever include in this synopsis as well of your dissertation too. Somewhere, it may happen your topic is so wide, so wider one. It's very difficult for to create only 1 or 2 sentence. Then what you can do? You can make a 2 different paragraph, a very small, sentence. Isn't it? Do not make a big and huge one so that yes, I read so and so. Whatever you are going to that one, you are just going to submit your synopsis. You are not going to submit your dissertation, right? So make it pointless. Now bibliography. Of course, we are almost all of the students nowadays refer bibliography, websites, laws, articles, journal. These are the different heading. It's not subheading. Right? These are the different heading, including the appendix. Bibliography means what? Whatever you are going to refer, you can go for the chronology wise A, B, C, D. Like A for it's not come for a Ashok Jain book is one, then MP Jain is a second book. So it's go for, you cannot go for the up and down one. Go for the system at A, B, C, D alphabetical way. Website you can go for the anything because there is not such as such like somewhere it is start for the URL and something like that. So bibliography is heading different. Website which you refer maximum, that you also mention. Laws, like if just tell to everyone who is going to shout, so noise are there. Laws, which laws you are going to refer, like Civil Procedure Code, CPC, Indian Contract Act, Transfer of Property. If there are so many laws are there which is play important role to complete your dissertation, please you can add here for the laws. But detail you never ever include here. I am saying again and again. Bibliography hardly 1 or 2. Website, if you refer website then only you cannot. Otherwise this point, this particular, the last portion of this slide, you can add this thing in your dissertation in very detail. Otherwise just mention bibliography and leave it. This is not an issue in the synopsis one. Because this slide is very important in for dissertation because everything you have to add in detail. But in synopsis, if you say, this particular my topic is only related for bibliography and article, it's not required website and laws and journal. So just mention 2, bibliography, article, one topic sufficient. Clear? Then appendix, those who want to go field visit, those who want to go non-doctrinal research like question and framing and getting some fact from the others individual. Then only you can add here only, because appendix is a photocopy, like paper cutting is play important role to complete your dissertation. You can add here only all type of attachment. But in synopsis you can please keep this point of appendix because it is for the last one. Synopsis is only add in dissertation, not in interdisciplinary. At the time of final submission. So in this synopsis that I mentioned, any attachment which is like paper cutting and these like where submission is going to be but when you're going to submit your final dissertation, at the last attachment it's required to submit your synopsis, please. And the same synopsis which you are going to submit, I think on 20th of September. So the same synopsis you have to add here only. There will not be change anything, because it will going to be cross check. And if you're going to be change so many things, it will be again its impact of your mark and of course your dissertation. The point is same. Whatever image, whatever field visit, whatever you are doing in this the session of completion of your dissertation, everything you can add in this appendix. Journal is a different, article is a different, law is a different. Somewhere it may be possible that in your topic there is no laws, there is nothing article, there is no journal. But of course law everywhere is there. Article you can say, but the law of course there, because we are the law student. So whatever is remaining important, whatever is important in your synopsis, you can please add in your synopsis as plagiarism. Again I mentioned this plagiarism because the students are very panicking nowadays, but synopsis do not include plagiarism report. Who is going to talk? So much noise happening. This side or that side? Just tell them. Just tell them class is going on. So the plagiarism report is play a very important role, but at the time of submission of your dissertation, not the submission of your synopsis. And try to below 10% of your dissertation, because it's a standard format, it's a standard percentage. And there are so many things in this going to generate plagiarism report. You have to be check somewhere that your footnote and your bibliography will not become in plagiarism report, because it would become, then your mark will be, the percentage will be increased. So try to tell the computer person that try to skip that point, footnote and the bibliography portion, so that you will get easily below 10% of this report. And you know, when it's generated, maximum 25 to 30 pages you will get it. Please do not add each and every pages. The first page where it include your name, it include your words, which words you are using here for this dissertation, as well as how many percentage you will get it. Automatically they will say. So the 2 or 3, the beginning pages is very important. And this portion, the plagiarism report, you please attach in your dissertation, not in synopsis. So I think your point is maximum clear. So now thank you so much for I think I could not check the chat. Is there any query? Okay, I think there is no query, so I'll stop this. So thank you so much to all of you. एक second, just let me check. Yeah, there is no query. So Raghunath Nimbalkar, do you have any query? Okay, so I think your maximum point is clear about how to start your synopsis and how you are going to submit on 21st. So thank you so much to all of you. If you have to ask something like that, so please let me know, drop your message. As per your topic wise, if you want to add, you can add, but see somewhere it is not related to, please you can skip that point. Otherwise, you know, unnecessarily you will lose your mark. Thus I mentioned the area of survey, then finding questionnaire. So it is really required. So you can definitely add, but if there is not required, just skip it. Just do that one. Because the standard format now, you know, like the synopsis is hardly 9 to 10 pages. Not in so much detail. So much detail is in your dissertation. Clear? So I think maximum there is no query, no question. So thank you so much to all of you.